with our gorgeous June girl crush, Jessica Alba. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good. You have two precious angels in your life, Honor and Haven. How did motherhood change your views on the importance of product labels?
I really never paid attention to products or labels or ingredients or anything until I was pregnant with my first daughter, Honor. That was really the first time I was cognizant of the environment I was in and how that could possibly affect my baby's health. So yeah, it really didn't matter to me at all prior to that.
Yeah.
You know,
you just have them in your life,
you just don't even think about it. You don't.
Well,
I mean, I
most
certainly
important,
didn't.
You know, things in your life, of course. So obviously, you want to be cognizant of that.
It's the first time you really think, or you have to be responsible for someone other than yourself.
Right.
And this little person's health and well-being is completely and totally in your hands.
Right.
So naturally, I wanted to create the healthiest and safest environment for my newborn baby. And I found that it was quite challenging.
Right.
Because when you do research, even just a little bit of research, you find out that there are lots of untested and potentially harmful chemicals that have been linked to everything from childhood cancers to learning disabilities, autism and ADHD and other learning disabilities. So
and
asthma, allergies, everything like that.
Correct, and you even lobbied for the Safe Chemicals Act too, so that goes hand in hand exactly with what you're saying, just being aware of what's in your products and things like that.
Well, it's more than being aware. It's, you know, I think to expect an average mom or any person, average person, to be a toxicologist is just absurd.
Right.
And and I've just felt, and a lot of people feel, I mean, it goes across the board. It's actually a bipartisan issue. It's not even something that's politically ripe for the left or the right. You know, products, chemicals should be tested for safety before they're put into the marketplace.
Absolutely.
And the way that the laws are now, basically a chemical has to be deemed unsafe, so enough people have to either get sick or die before a chemical is pulled from an ingredient.
Growing up, you experienced some physical illnesses from pneumonia to having your appendix rupture. Your family, your parents especially, were they health conscious? Especially since you experienced that, were they more prone to being health conscious with things in your life when you were growing up?
I was very sick as a kid. I actually had like terrible asthma and allergies. So that was really the thing that put me in the hospital the most. Complications with my asthma. Every cold I got turned into pneumonia. Literally, it was like in 2 days I had pneumonia. And so, and then I had problem with kidneys and appendix and tonsils.
Just snowball effect.
Yeah, it was just one thing after another, it seemed like, when I was a kid. So my parents, you know, they did the best they could, but they had no idea that certain products that they were using could potentially be harmful. They trusted that if you get it down the street at the grocery store,
and it has the label on
and
it,
that you think that it's safe. And they figure that if it can be sold to me, that it's safe. And that's just not, unfortunately, that's just not the case. And that, you know, the Honest Company, we provide affordable products just to fulfill exactly that need. It shouldn't be expensive. It shouldn't be a privilege to have the safest and healthiest, you know, cleaning products and skincare products and nutritional products in your home.
Being a parent, as you know, it can be challenging at times. As you said earlier, the whole education thing, trying to learn, you know, what's good, what products I should look for, which products I should stay away from. Do the Honest Company products come with any type of education for parents so that they...
Yeah, you know, our platform really is about education. And so we have on our website and on our blog, it's chock full of education and really breaking it down into layman's terms, you know, so you could actually walk away with something.
Instead of reading this paper and you're like, I have no idea
how to pronounce those 20 ingredients and what does it all mean.
And so
And that came out of Christopher Gavigan, one of my partners, wrote a book called Healthy Child, Healthy World, creating a safer, cleaner, greener home. And then I wrote a book called The Honest Life. And our books are quite similar. It's just the way we tackled the toxic reality was different.
Right.
Mine is much more magazine style, lots of pretty pictures, and I touch upon everything that is sort of in my life. So everything from putting together a home using green building materials and things like that, to what do you really need to buy organic? What does it mean to beauty regime? To what do you really need in your diaper bag or nursery? So it's really kind of a how-to guide along with lots of information and charts. And so we took that as the base, and then we applied it to a really simple, easy format on our website. And then on our products specifically, we put on all of our labels what we're honestly free of.
Great.
So we make it very easy for our customers to walk away with, this is what we don't have in our product.
And the knowledge of knowing what is exactly in the product that you're using, that's great. And I like too
and
that
we're so transparent. We really disclose every ingredient.
That's huge.
Yeah.
And to be able to have both different aspects of, your book being more, picture-based and magazine type thing. Everyone learns differently, so it's great that you're able to have those two different aspects.
Yeah, and Christopher's is much more academic, but it's exactly the same information. And Dr. Phil Landrigan, who heads up Mount Sinai Environmental Science and Children's Health Science, he proofread both of our books.
Oh, wow. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.